Andrea, and I work for Mesa County Libraries as the Teen Services Coordinator, and I'm really glad you can join us today. Today, I'm going to be demoing for our Teen Take and Make craft, Shrinky Dinks. So because the library is closed to in-person programming for the summer, what that means is for summer reading, we're doing a lot of virtual online programs, but not everyone wants to be glued to the screen all the time. So we are also offering a variety of take and make kits that we're distributing over the course of the summer. We're doing some for kids, but I'm going to be focusing on the ones for teens. The first kit that we're going to be distributing is our Shrinky Dink kit. That is going to be distributed June 5th through June 18th at all of our library locations. It's going to be as a supplies last kind of situation. So if you're not sure whether your library location has any kits left, feel free to give them a call and check in and see what their supplies situation are like. All right, so let's take a look at our Shrinky Dink kit, see what we've got in here. All right, first thing first, we have our 2 sheets of Shrinky Dink plastic. We have some parchment paper. We have our instructions, our written instructions, if you like more written instructions. And then you're gonna have 4 colored pencils of a variety of colors. It'll depend on what you have at home too. So then the things you're gonna need to have at home is you're gonna need to have an oven of some kind, whether that's a conventional oven or a toaster oven. And you're gonna need to have some kind of oven-safe dish. Inside of my toaster oven, which is currently heating, so that's why I'm not touching anything, is my oven-safe dish. If you're not sure if a dish is oven-safe, look on the back. A lot of times there's a label that says whether it's microwave-safe or oven-safe. If it doesn't say oven-safe, don't put it in the oven. Just play it safe. The other thing you're gonna wanna have at home is a pair of scissors. Unless, of course, you're feeling like just coloring and designing on this entire sheet and just doing one huge design. If you do, follow your heart. You may still want to round out some edges though. Okay, and then the other thing I was gonna mention too, if you happen to have more colored pencils at home that are high quality, definitely go for it and feel free to color on these, or Sharpies. Sharpies also work great. The things you don't want to color on Shrinky Dink plastic with are conventional markers, anything washable. Just basically, if it's not a colored pencil or it's not a Sharpie, don't color with it because it's gonna make a mess, it's gonna smell really bad, and it's not gonna work. So make sure you stick with your colored pencils or your Sharpies. So one thing you'll notice about our Shrinky Dink plastic here is it's kind of milky. The reason it is that way is because it's been slightly sanded so that it takes colors from colored pencils really well. So the first thing that you'll want to do when you're getting ready to make your Shrinky Dinks is you're going to examine your plastic to see which side is the sanded side, because one side is going to be really smooth and one side is going to be the sanded side where it's kind of subtle. So you'll make sure when you find your sanded side, that is the side you're going to color on, otherwise your colors are not going to take. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to design. You can do whatever you want. Just keep in mind that whatever you make is gonna shrink. So there's a couple of factors that come into that. Anything that shrinks, therefore you need to make your design bigger than what you want your final product to be. Shrinkage is anywhere between 1/2 to 1/3 your original size. So just keep that in mind when you're making something. The other thing is that your colors are gonna get darker. As it gets closer together, the colors are gonna get more vibrant and darker. So if you're not happy with a color, try to imagine it a couple of shades darker and see if that makes you happy. If not, you might want to experiment some more. So here's, rather than going through the slow process here of trying to freehand something, because I can't freehand well, I just elected to trace a design that I liked on the internet. So I found this cute little cactus guy here, and I just traced over that with my colored pencils, colored in my different shades. As you can see, that green and that purple, those are gonna get darker. And then I also have this little whale here. And if you like to, what you can do if you happen to have a hole punch at home, I happen to have one here with me today, is you can put a hole punch in your design. So then you could turn it into a key ring, or if you wanna make like necklace charms, you know, let your imagination go wild. But there's a couple different things you can do with that. While we have been talking, I have been preheating my toaster oven here to around 300 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, just practice good oven safety when you're working with this. You know, don't like be reaching in with your bare hands and that sort of thing. Just being careful. But yeah, we are now ready to bake. So this is where our parchment paper comes in. And the reason I'm using parchment paper is because I can't put my Shrinky Dinks directly on my oven safe dish. They are going to stick to it, it's gonna ruin the dish, and I'm gonna lose my Shrinky Dinks, and everyone will be sad and disappointed. So the first thing I'm gonna do here, and ideally you should do this before you put it in the oven, I kind of did things a little backwards. I'm gonna put this onto my oven safe dish. Yeah, be smarter than me, don't do this on your hot oven. And then I'm gonna put my Shrinky Dinks onto my parchment paper. It's good to know that your parchment paper doesn't have to line your entire dish. Or your foil. It just needs to cover the dish enough that you can put your Shrinky Dinks on top of it, because we don't want them to stick, like I was saying. So, in go my Shrinky Dinks. All right, let's see what happens to them. All right, so you're noticing they are shrinking up right away. Oh no, and my whale might actually fold in on itself. We'll see. Oh, and there goes the cactus. He's shrinking in on himself. This is very normal. Don't panic if you see them curling up on themselves. It's very typical for Shrinky Dinks. And the key of what you're watching for, it usually takes around 2 to 3 minutes for your Shrinky Dinks to bake, but what you're really watching for is for them to flatten back out and to finish contracting. If they're not to that point yet, then they're not really done. Okay, I think mine have finished here. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my oven off. That makes such a satisfying sound. And then I'm gonna be smart and I'm gonna get something that I can grab the oven tray out with, because I forgot to bring an oven safe mitts. This is a good opportunity to talk about, like, yeah, don't just go grabbing it with your bare hands. I'm gonna take a break here. We're gonna use the power of movie magic for me to go grab something oven safe. Hi, welcome back. So now that we have our proper oven safe stuff, I'm just using a cotton towel to hold this. Cotton doesn't conduct the heat well. You're not gonna wanna use any synthetic materials, but most of you are gonna have oven mitts at home. So, got my Shrinky Dinks in the oven here, still pretty hot. So, we'll set that out here. And the important thing, another important thing is don't touch them yet. They are very hot still. The plastic has been melting just on a very controlled level where it's shrinking. So you wouldn't touch molten, wax or plastic. Don't touch your Shrinky Dinks yet. You're gonna wanna let them cool for at least 2 to 3 minutes, if not longer. Do a test tap if you're not sure. But as you can see, I have had a little bit of a mishap with my whale, which is unfortunate. As things don't always quite go perfectly, but my cactus looks pretty happy. That one has come out to a nice size. As you can see, they have contracted quite a great deal, and I don't know if you can tell from our close-ups, but the colors have gotten a great deal more vibrant. The green is a lot darker on the cactus, the blue is a lot darker and brighter on the whale. So, again, just keep that in mind as you're designing your color scheme and you're thinking about what colors you want to do on there. So after all of that, you are done basically on your Shrinky Dinks, and you can keep making more. As you can see, there's plenty more plastic here to work with, and you can keep just cranking them out. Play around with sizes, with colors, different materials. Like if you want to try making one with just colored pencils, that's great. If you happen to have Sharpies at home and want to see how those colors look different, that's also fun too. The nice thing about Sharpies is you can use them on either side of the plastic. I forgot to mention that. You don't have to do the sanded with Sharpies, but yeah, so just to repeat again, we are distributing the Shrinky Dink kits June 5th through June 18th. Every 2 weeks, we're gonna rotate out what kind of kit we're doing for our Teen Take and Makes. So if you miss out on the first round, just know that there is another round coming. It's gonna go all summer from June 5th to July 31st. We are gonna be distributing things as supplies last. So no guarantee you'll be able to get one, but come on down or give us a call and see what's available. But if you have any questions at all, please feel free to call us at Mesa County Libraries. And we look forward to seeing you this summer. We really hope you'll get an opportunity to participate in our summer reading program, which is still happening. You still can get entered to win prizes throughout this entire summer, and we look forward to seeing you. Thanks.